Hello, young artists. My name is Miss Marquetta. I'm a quilter and I'm a textile artist, and I'm so happy to be here with you today, being creative. Now, young artists, I know you're wondering, what is a textile artist and what is a quilter? Well, let me share. A textile artist is an artist that likes to use paint and fabric to make their art. They might use stamps or brushes or even block printing material to be able to create their textiles. Now, I have a sample of my textiles here to show you. You'll see my textiles are made of shapes and colors. Now, also, I told you I'm a quilter, and quilters use fabric and they use needles when they're doing their artwork. Now, a quilt is a little different than a blanket. A blanket is something that we use to cover ourselves up and to keep ourselves warm. A quilt is something that we could cover up with and keep ourselves warm, or even put on the wall like artwork. But the difference is this: a blanket is one layer of fabric. But look at this. This is how a quilt starts out. It's 3 layers. You have the back, you have the batting or the soft fuzzy stuff that goes in the middle, and then you have your quilt top. Young artists, I would like to share with you a quilt that I made inspired by the ocean. On my quilt, you could see lots of animals that live in the ocean. We have fish, we have jellyfish, we have coral, we have plants, we have sand dollars. And you know what, young artists? In the ocean, there are a lot of rocks and boulders too. So you see some of those on my quilt. There are a lot of fish on the quilt, my friends. Let's see if we could count the fish that are on the quilt. Starting at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's so little you can't hardly see him. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. There are 15 fish on the quilt. Some of these fish have twins. Look at this pink fish. It has a twin. Where do you see it? Point to it. Oh, there it is. There's another set of fish on the quilt that have a twin. Let's look. Oh, this fish has a twin. Where is it? Can you see it? Point to it. Let's look at this animal that lives in the ocean. What color is it? White. And you know, my friends, they call it a jellyfish. Can we say that together? Jellyfish. Let's look at this fish. He's red, he's golden yellow, and up at the top on his fin, he has a really dark violet. We've looked at the center part of the quilt, but let's look at the border of this quilt, and let's look at some of the colors and some of the shapes. What's that color? That's my favorite color. That's blue. And let's look at these shapes, my friends, that make up this block. Do you know what this shape is right here? A triangle. And this block is made of 4 triangles. And all of these strips and blocks were sewn together to make the border. Let's talk about a few of the supplies that you're going to need to do our art project. Today, we are going to be making a fish collage inspired by the quilt that is behind me. Now, there are a lot of different kinds of paper that you might be able to find around your house that you could use in doing this project. You're going to need 1 piece of white paper that is going to be your back or the space that you're going to do your artwork on. These are some of the papers that I found around my house, like construction paper or magazine paper, newspaper. You might have some colored paper. You're also going to need some crayons, a glue stick. But if you just have liquid glue in a bottle, that's fine too. And scissors for cutting. Let's get started. Let's draw a fish together. Now, my friends, a fish is made of shapes. Let's look at this. Now, I'm going to make my fish sort of big on my paper so that you can see it. The first thing I'm going to draw is the fish's body. And his body is a big teardrop shape. A teardrop looks like an oval with a pointy end. Now the fins are the part of the fish's body that helps the fish swim. So there's 1 fin on top. There's a fin on the bottom. And there's a little fin on the side. Now we're going to put a tail on our fish. The tail is shaped like a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. And see, now our fish has a tail. But look up here at the front part of our fish. We need to put a face on our fish. Fish get their oxygen out of the water, and they have a special organ on their body to help them breathe, and it's called gills. So I'm going to draw my fish's gills. I'm going to draw my fish's eyes. It's a circle. But inside of that circle, there's another circle, a little circle. Now, My fish is a happy fish. Let's draw in the background. Below, there's the ocean floor. And all of this, I might color it brown, like sand. This part of the background up here is the water. Artists like to paint the water blue or green or blue-green. I think I'll put a piece of seagrass growing out of the sand. So let's put a few bubbles going to the surface of the ocean. I'm going to make some rocks to go on my ocean floor with this paper. And I'm going to rip it. There you go. And I'm just going to simply rip me a piece off. And another. I'm going to put a little glue down. So there, I put one down. I'm going to put me a little glue on my artwork and stick another down. Now, my friends, now that I have made my fish drawing and put some collage elements on it, I can come back and add color to it. Wasn't that fun? We had an opportunity to draw a fish that lives in the ocean, that is made up of shapes, like a teardrop shape, circles, curved lines, and even a triangle. I'm so happy that we had this moment together. So have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye-bye.